The elevated doors slide open on the 8th floor. Vincent Morgan steps out. His eyes lock on the man standing outside room 847, Tyler Brennan, his wife's personal trainer. Vincent's jaw clenches. What are you doing here? Tyler's face drains white. His mouth opens. No words come. Behind the door, voices. A woman's laugh, Cassandra's laugh. Then a man's voice, deep, unfamiliar. Vincent moves forward like death in an expensive suit. Tyler stumbles back. "Mr. Morgan, I can explain." The door swings open. A second man stands in the doorway, suit jacket off, shirt unbuttoned. Jake Sullivan freezes mid-sentence. Behind him, at the hotel bar, Cassandra turns, champagne glass in hand, red lipstick, black dress. Her face goes ghost white. "Vincent." 3 seconds of silence. Then a third man appears from the bathroom. Marcus Chen. Art dealer, expensive watch, guilt written across his face. Vincent's voice is ice. 3? Cassandra's champagne glass slips from her fingers. It shatters on the floor. Vincent pulls out his phone. His thumb hovers over a contact. Tommy, Frank, the cleanup crew. One call and all 3 men disappear. But Tyler starts talking, fast, desperate. "Please, Mr. Morgan, I love my wife, Rebecca Brennan. I was trying to end this." Vincent's thumb stops moving. His eyes snap to Tyler. "What did you just say?" "My wife, Rebecca Brennan. I swear to God, this was a mistake." The hotel room tilts. Rebecca. His Rebecca. The woman Vincent left that morning, the woman who makes him feel human, is married to this kid who's been sleeping with his wife? Vincent's hand drops, the phone forgotten. Cassandra is staring at him now, really staring. "Why do you care about his wife's name?" she whispers. Vincent says nothing. But Cassandra's always been smart. Her eyes widen, her lips part. "Oh my God, you know her!" The room holds its breath. 3 lovers, 1 husband, and a secret that's about to burn everything down. Vincent's voice cuts through the silence like a blade. "Everyone sits down. Nobody leaves. We're going to talk about who set this up." Jake steps forward. "Set what up? This isn't some conspiracy." Vincent's gun appears in his hand. "I said sit down." The door behind them clicks shut, and in that hotel room, with champagne spilled and secrets bleeding out, 6 people realize the same horrible truth. Betrayal always comes with a price, and Vincent Morgan always collects. If you're still watching, you need to know how this ends. But before we continue, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now, because if you're feeling what I'm feeling, that sick twist in your stomach, that need to know who survives this room, then this story deserves your like. Drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from. New York? New Jersey? Somewhere that understands what real betrayal looks like? And subscribe, because stories like this, they don't come around every day. This is the kind of drama that stays with you, the kind that makes you question everyone you trust. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's see if anyone walks out of room 847 alive. Now, let's go back to where it all started, because to understand how we got to this moment, you need to know who Cassandra Morgan really is, and what turned a penthouse wife into a woman with 3 lovers and nothing left to lose. Cassandra Morgan pressed her forehead against the floor-to-ceiling window of the penthouse, watching the Manhattan skyline bleed into twilight. Central Park stretched below like a dark emerald, beautiful and unreachable, just like everything else in her life. She'd been 26 when she met Vincent, a middle-class girl from Montclair, New Jersey, working as an event coordinator. He was charming then, successful, a businessman with ambition and a smile that made promises. The promises were lies. The first hint came 3 months into their marriage, a hushed phone call at 2 a.m. Vincent's voice sharp, lethal. "I don't care how you fix it, just make sure he never talks again." Then the blood on his shirt cuffs after a late meeting. The associates with dead eyes who came to their home. The way waiters trembled when they approached their table. By the time Cassandra understood what Vincent really was, what he controlled, what he'd done, she was already trapped. The penthouse wasn't a home. It was a beautiful prison with a view. Vincent Morgan didn't just own half the construction contracts in New Jersey. He owned judges, police captains, politicians. The FBI had a file on him 3 inches thick. Everyone knew. Everyone feared him, including his wife. Her designer handbag buzzed on the marble counter. Once, twice, 3 times. Cassandra pulled out 3 separate phones, cheap burners, untraceable, hidden beneath Hermes and Chanel. Jake, "Tonight? Same place?" Marcus, "I found that Klimt piece you adored. Come see it." Tyler, "We need to talk. This is eating me alive." 3 men, 3 escapes, 3 different ways to remember she was still human. Cassandra knew the game she was playing, knew the stakes, but the cage had driven her to desperate measures. She walked to her closet and selected the little black dress, the one that hugged every curve, applied red lipstick with a steady hand, transformed into someone else, someone free. Her phone rang. Vincent's mother. "Cassandra, darling, will Vincent be home for Sunday dinner?" The lie came easily. "Of course, Maria, he's looking forward to it." She hung up, stared at the 3 phones, all 3 men waiting for her answer, all 3 offering different versions of freedom. Cassandra made her choice. She texted Jake, "Paramount Hotel, room 847, 8 p.m. She didn't know that 8 floors below, Anthony DeLuca sat in a black Mercedes, engine running, camera ready, watching her building's entrance like a hawk watching prey. The trap was already set. She just didn't know she was walking into it. Jake Sullivan's office in Hoboken smelled of leather and old books. The divorce papers spread across his mahogany desk mocked him with their irony, a married woman's lover, drafting dissolution documents for strangers. He pushed them aside, rubbing exhaustion from his eyes. He'd fallen for Cassandra Morgan completely, recklessly, the kind of love that made a careful attorney throw caution into the Hudson River. He knew Vincent Morgan's reputation, had faced the man's pit bull lawyers in construction litigation, knew the whispered stories in courthouse hallways about disappearances and concrete foundations. But Cassandra was different, a victim, trapped in a gilded prison by a monster. She deserved rescue, deserved California's sunshine and a life without looking over her shoulder. He'd planned everything. Offshore accounts in the Caymans, new identities, a Spanish colonial in San Diego. His phone lit up, Cassandra's text. His heart hammered against his ribs as he grabbed his coat. Marcus Chen locked the gallery door, the soft click echoing through Chen Fine Arts. Outside, Soho hummed with evening energy, but inside, surrounded by his carefully curated collection, he felt the absence of his muse. Cassandra made him feel alive. Not love, Marcus was too practical for that fantasy, but something raw, thrill, danger. She was his rebellion against the careful life his immigrant parents had scripted. Work hard, stay invisible, never make waves. Vincent Morgan represented everything Marcus secretly envied: power without apology, command without compromise, and Cassandra, she was his masterpiece, his greatest risk. Her earlier text flashed through his mind, need to sort things out. Panic clawed at his chest. He couldn't lose her, not to conscience, not to fear. He grabbed his keys and headed for the Paramount Hotel, uninvited. Tyler Brennan muscles ached as his last client left the Jersey City gym, 24 years old, body sculpted to perfection, soul crumbling under guilt's weight. He loved Rebecca desperately, 2 years married, and he'd thrown it away for flattery from an older woman who made him feel sophisticated. Now, Cassandra talked about feelings, about futures he couldn't offer. Worse, Rebecca had grown distant, secretive, coming home smelling of cologne far too expensive for their budget. He'd texted Cassandra honestly, "This ends tonight, face to face, before it destroys everything." Tyler's Honda Civic idled near Times Square when his phone buzzed. "Rebecca, working late again. Don't wait up." Suspicion bloomed dark and cold. Across town in Weehawken, Rebecca Brennan opened her door to Vincent Morgan, his hands finding her waist as it closed. Neither knew their spouses were converging at the Paramount's hotel, where betrayal would collide with devastating precision. Anthony DeLuca's black Mercedes idled across from the Morgan penthouse, engine purring like a patient predator. 20 years he'd served Vincent Morgan. 20 years since Vincent had made his sister's abusive husband disappear into the Pine Barrens. No questions asked, no favors called in return. This surveillance wasn't about suspicion. Vincent trusted his control too much for that. The Calabrese family from Staten Island had been making moves. 2 warehouses vandalized, a shipment hijacked, threats spray-painted on container doors. Vincent was protecting his assets, and Cassandra, whether she appreciated it or not, was an asset. Anthony watched the penthouse entrance with professional detachment. Cassandra was beautiful but foolish, living in luxury while remaining blind to the blood price of her designer dresses. When she emerged, Anthony's trained eye cataloged everything. Black dress hugging curves, heels that said, "Notice me," confidence that didn't match a quiet evening at home. No shopping bags, no girlfriend joining her, lipstick too bold for a wife dining with her husband. She hailed a cab to Midtown, deliberately avoiding Vincent's driver's service. Suspicion replaced duty as Anthony followed. The Paramount Hotel's neon glow illuminated Anthony's windshield as Cassandra stepped from the cab. Through the lobby's glass walls, he watched her meet a man, tall, handsome, expensive suit, Jake Sullivan. Anthony recognized him from the background checks Vincent ran on everyone in Cassandra's orbit. The intimacy was undeniable. Jake's hand found her lower back with possession, not politeness. She leaned into him, chemistry crackling, visible even through glass. The elevator swallowed them whole. Anthony's hands gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white. His loyalty to Vincent was absolute, yet something about this moment felt wrong. Vincent had been different lately, distracted, secretive, leaving meetings early without explanation. But loyalty wasn't about questioning, it was about duty. He made the call. Anthony answered on the first ring. Anthony's voice was measured, professional. "Boss, we got a situation. Your wife just checked into the Paramount Hotel with another man." Silence stretched 5 seconds. Then Vincent's voice, cold as January ice. "Room number." 847. Another pause. "Don't move. I'm 20 minutes out. And Anthony, call Tommy and Frank. Tell them to meet me there. No guns. This stays quiet for now." As Anthony hung up, movement caught his eye. Another man entered the hotel, looking nervously, shoulders tight with anxiety. Anthony recognized him, too. Marcus Chen, the art dealer from Soho where Cassandra spent her Thursday afternoons. His blood ran cold. Vincent Morgan stood over the bloodied man, tied to the chair. Warehouse shadows swallowing screams nobody would hear. The thief had stolen from the missing container. Stupid, suicidal move. Tommy Ricci and Frank Castellano flanked Vincent like bookends of violence, awaiting orders. Anthony's call cut through the moment like a blade. Vincent's rage crystallized instantly. Not surprise, he was too paranoid for surprise, but fury at the disrespect, the audacity. "Finish this," he told Tommy, voice flat. "Clean up. Meet me at the Paramount in 30. He walked into the New Jersey night, the Cadillac Escalade's door closing like a coffin lid. 23 minutes to Manhattan. 23 minutes to process betrayal while drowning in hypocrisy. Cassandra, beautiful, poised, perfect. Their marriage started strategic. Her father owned prime Newark real estate Vincent needed, but it had become genuine, or so he'd believed. He'd given her everything. The penthouse, diamonds that cost more than most men earned in lifetimes, status, protection, power. And this was his reward? Manhattan's lights grew closer, and the morning flashed through his mind. Rebecca Brennan's apartment. Her soft skin, genuine laughter, the simplicity of a woman who didn't know what monster shared her bed. She treated him like a man, not a myth. But that was different. He was entitled to whatever he wanted. Cassandra was his wife, his property. Her infidelity reflected on him, made him look weak. Weakness got you killed in his world. Questions multiplied like rats. Who was this man? Someone he knew? An associate? An enemy playing the long game? Was the Calabrese family behind this, using Cassandra as leverage? The man would pay. They all would. He called Rebecca as he crossed into Manhattan. "Have to work late," he said, their code. "I understand." Her voice, always understanding. "I have work too." Guilt flickered, or was it affection, quickly buried beneath rage? Rebecca represented escape. Cassandra represented empire. He couldn't lose either. Vincent parked near the Paramount, spotting Anthony's Mercedes. Tommy and Frank pulled up seconds later, expensive suits barely containing the violence underneath. The three men approached Vincent like soldiers awaiting orders from his general. His face was carved from stone, eyes burning coal. As Vincent strolled toward the entrance, Anthony jogged beside him. "Boss, there's something else. 2 other men entered after your wife. One I recognize, Marcus Chen, that art dealer. The other..." Vincent stopped walking. "The other what, Anthony?" Anthony swallowed hard. "The other is Tyler Brennan, your wife's personal trainer from Jersey City." Vincent's jaw clenched. The math was simple, devastating. His wife hadn't brought one lover to a hotel. 3 men were converging at the same location. The betrayal ran deeper than he'd imagined. But Anthony didn't share one detail because he didn't know. Tyler Brennan was married to Rebecca. The hotel room glowed with warm amber light, intimate and secluded from the world outside. Cassandra and Jake stood at the bar, champagne glasses catching the glow, his shirt unbuttoned to reveal sculpted muscle and bare skin. Their kiss was desperate, passionate, full of promises neither could keep. When Cassandra pulled back, conflict shadowed her face. "What's wrong?" Jake searched her eyes. "You've been distant lately." Cassandra's composure cracked. "I can't keep living this lie." "What lie? We're getting out, remember? California." "Vincent's been different, distracted, almost guilty." She laughed bitterly. "I think he might be having an affair too." "Then we're even, Cassandra. What do you..." "Jake," she closed her eyes. "You're not the only one." His face fell. "What do you mean?" A knock shattered the moment. They froze, hearts hammering. Cassandra's mind spiraled. Vincent? Hotel staff? Wrong room? Outside, Marcus Chen stood in the hallway, fist raised. He shouldn't be here. She'd asked for space, but the thought of losing her had driven him across town like a man possessed. He knocked again, insistent. Cassandra checked the peephole and gasped. "Who is it?" Jake's voice was sharp. "It's Marcus, another friend." Jake's expression turned to stone. "Another friend, Cassandra? What the hell is going on?" The knock came again, louder. Cassandra stood trapped between the door and Jake's accusatory glare. Tyler Brennan climbed the stairs to the 8th floor, too nervous for elevators. He rehearsed his speech. "I love Rebecca. This has to end. You need to understand." He emerged onto the 8th floor, found room 847. Raised voices filtered through the door. Cassandra's voice and a man's, angry. Tyler's hand hovered over the door handle. Vincent Morgan entered the lobby flanked by Tommy and Frank. The desk clerk's face paled with recognition. A master key appeared without words. "All 3 men went to 8th floor. Your wife's been in 847 for 20 minutes. 3 men, 1 wife, 1 room number. Or different rooms. Coincidence? Only one way to find out." The elevator doors closed. Floor indicator climbed. 1, 2, 3. In room 847, Cassandra stood frozen as Marcus knocked again. Jake moved toward the door, fury blazing, ready to confront whoever dared interrupt. Tyler heard footsteps from the elevator and turned. The elevator dinged. Doors opened. Vincent Morgan stepped out, Tommy and Frank flanking him, and locked eyes with Tyler Brennan standing outside room 847. Tyler's face drained white. Vincent's eyes narrowed. "I know you. You're the trainer. What the hell are you doing at this hotel?" Before Tyler could answer, Marcus knocked one final time, louder. Jake Sullivan swung open the door from inside. Jake opened the door, ready to dismiss Marcus. Instead, he found Marcus, Tyler, and Vincent flanked by two men radiating controlled violence. Everyone froze. Vincent's mind processed at lightning speed. Tyler Brennan, Rebecca's husband, though Vincent didn't know he knew. Marcus Chen, the art dealer from his investigation files. Unknown man in expensive suit, attorney type. All outside his wife's hotel room. Marcus recognized Vincent immediately. Terror flooded his features. Tyler looked ready to vomit or bolt. Jake, ignorant, stepped forward protectively. "Can we help you, gentlemen?" Vincent's voice was quiet, deadly. "Step aside." "I don't think—" Vincent didn't repeat himself. He moved forward. Tommy and Frank created an intimidating wall. Jake yielded. Vincent entered the room. Cassandra stood by the bar, champagne glass trembling. Warm lighting illuminated the intimate setting, evidence of betrayal everywhere. Vincent's eyes were ice. "Cassandra." Just her name, carrying the weight of empires. "Cassandra, this isn't what it looks like." His bitter laugh cut the air. "No, because it looks like my wife is in a hotel room with 3 men. Jake stepped forward. "Now wait a minute." Vincent's glare silenced him. Tommy and Frank pushed Marcus and Tyler inside. The door closed. 6 people, air thick with tension. Vincent addressed each man in turn. "You're Sullivan, corporate attorney from Hoboken, handled the Martelli divorce last year." To Marcus, "Chen, you own that overpriced gallery in Soho, sell paintings to bored housewives." To Tyler, "And you, the trainer from Jersey City, 24 years old, married." Tyler gasped at married. Cassandra didn't know Tyler was married. Jake didn't know about Marcus or Tyler. Marcus didn't know about Jake or Tyler. The web of lies unraveled for everyone. Something in Cassandra snapped. Years of being treated as property boiled over. "You want to talk about betrayal, Vincent? About lies? About secret lives?" "Careful, Cassandra. How many nights did you tell me you were at the warehouse? How many business meetings were really something else?" Vincent's expression shifted from rage to cold calculation. "You don't know what you're talking about." Tyler, desperate and terrified, made a fatal mistake. "Mr. Morgan, please, I can explain. This isn't about your business or disrespect, I swear. I love my wife. I was trying to end this." "Your wife?" Tyler nodded frantically. Rebecca Brennan. We've been married 2 years." The room went silent. Vincent's face revealed nothing, but inside, alarm bells screamed. Rebecca Brennan. His Rebecca. His sanctuary. Married to this boy who'd been sleeping with his wife. The coincidence was too perfect, too calculated. "Who put you up to this? All of you." He pulled out his phone. "This wasn't random. Someone wanted me here. Someone wanted me to find out." He looked at Cassandra with new eyes. "Who are you working with?" "Working with?" Cassandra's confusion was genuine. "Vincent, have you lost your mind?" Vincent's paranoia ignited. "The timing. All 3 men. The Calabrese family has been circling me for months. This is too convenient." Marcus, terrified, "I don't know any Calabrese. I just sell art." Jake finally understood who Vincent was. "You think this is a setup? You're paranoid." Tommy and Frank exchanged glances. They knew Vincent's paranoia had kept him alive for 20 years. Vincent focused on Tyler, his voice deadly calm. "Your wife, Rebecca Brennan. Describe her." Tyler blinked, confused. What? Why? Vincent's gun appeared. Describe her. Tyler shook violently. Blonde, green eyes, works as a nurse at Hudson Medical Center in Weehawken. Vincent's world tilted. It was her, his Rebecca, this boy's wife. Vincent's mind flashed back. The Newark charity gala 6 months ago, Rebecca's genuine kindness, seeing him as just Vincent, not Morgan the mobster. Their affair in her modest apartment, stolen afternoons, his one soft place in a brutal world. This morning, leaving her bed, her kiss goodbye. See you soon. This wasn't Calabrese. This was cosmic irony, cruel fate. He'd been sleeping with the wife of his wife's lover. The symmetry was too perfect. Was Rebecca in on it? Did she know about Tyler and Cassandra? Or was this genuinely the cruelest coincidence? Cassandra, emboldened by Vincent's strange reaction, stepped forward. You want truth? Here's truth. She explained her loneliness, his absences, the gradual death of their marriage. Jake was first, someone kind who listened. Marcus made me feel cultured, valued for my mind. Tyler made me feel young, desired, alive. You turned me into a trophy, Vincent, a possession. So I found people who saw me as human. Jake interjected. I love her, Morgan. This isn't just an affair. I want to marry her. Vincent's harsh laugh cut the air. Marry her? With what? Your law degree? You think you can protect her? Marcus, quietly, I never promised her anything, but I gave her beauty, culture, escape. Tyler, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I love my wife. Please, just let me go home to Rebecca. Vincent's phone rang. Anthony outside. Boss, hotel security is getting nervous. We need to move. Vincent looked at Cassandra, really looked, and saw a stranger. Everyone out, except Cassandra. The 3 men hesitated. Frank and Tommy escorted them forcefully, but without violence. The door closed. Vincent and Cassandra faced each other. Vincent holstered his gun, poured champagne, and sat on the bar stool where Jake had sat minutes before. Cassandra, there's something you need to know. About me, about why I can't just kill those men and move on. What are you talking about? Vincent took a long drink, then met her eyes. Tyler Brennan's wife, Rebecca. I've been sleeping with her for 6 months. Shock, disbelief, then sudden hysterical laughter. You've been sleeping with one of my boyfriend's wives? The absurdity hit them both. But Cassandra stopped laughing, eyes narrowing. Wait, you said months. You've been having an affair for months, and you're ready to kill my lovers? Vincent's face hardened. That's different. You're what, Vincent? A man? A king? Above the rules? The marriage shattered completely. Neither knew that downstairs, Tyler Brennan was making a phone call to Rebecca that would set off the final explosion. Morning sun spilled across Manhattan, illuminating the hotel room where Vincent and Cassandra had talked through the night. An uneasy truth established, both betrayed, both betrayers. So what now? Vincent's voice was hoarse. I don't know. Divorce? Stay together for appearances? Kill each other? A grim humor had replaced fury. They negotiated terms like the business arrangement their marriage had always been. Cassandra keeps the penthouse, receives generous settlement. Vincent keeps his empire, reputation intact. Public story, amicable separation. Grown apart, still friends. Private truth, mutual destruction assured if either talks. The 3 men left alone. Vincent's one concession. Rebecca Brennan would never know about Vincent, his condition. Jake sat in his Hoboken office, ego bruised more than body. He realized Cassandra never loved him, just used him for escape. He made a call to a friend at the FBI. You remember how you said you needed inside information on Vincent Morgan? Betrayal breeds betrayal. Marcus opened his gallery late, hands still shaking. He'd gotten lucky. Vincent Morgan could have ended him. Cassandra's final text arrived. Thank you for the beauty. Goodbye. He deleted her number, burned photographs from their affair. Some art is too dangerous to keep. Tyler arrived home at dawn and confessed everything to Rebecca: the affair, the hotel, Vincent Morgan. Rebecca's face went white, then carefully neutral. Was Vincent Morgan there? Tyler, confused. Yes, do you know him? Rebecca's choice moment: tell Tyler about her affair or protect them both. She chose protection. No, I just know the name. Everyone does. She held Tyler as he cried, promising forgiveness. Inside, she calculated. Vincent would keep his word. He always did. Their secret stayed secret. She and Tyler would rebuild, scarred but together. Vincent returned to Port Newark. Antony waited with morning reports. The Calabrese situation has been resolved, boss. Vincent nodded, mind elsewhere. He thought of Cassandra, of Rebecca, of the empire built on violence and fear. His greatest weakness wasn't his enemies or the FBI. It was believing he could control everything and everyone. He'd lost his wife, but kept his power. Was it worth it? 6 months later. News headline: Morgan divorce finalized. Amicable split for power couple. Cassandra in a Soho apartment dating a doctor from Mount Sinai. Vincent with a new woman at a charity gala. Not Rebecca. Never Rebecca. Jake Sullivan meeting with FBI agents, providing testimony. Marcus Chen at an art opening, keeping to himself. Tyler and Rebecca Brennan having dinner in Weehawken, healing. Rebecca's phone buzzed. Unknown number. Text: Thank you for keeping our secret. I'm sorry for the complications. You deserved better. V. Rebecca deleted the message, took Tyler's hand, and chose her future. Some betrayals destroy everything. Some betrayals teach you what you're willing to protect, and some secrets are better left buried in the past.